Welcome back, everyone, to Don't Study English, the podcast where you can improve your English just by listening. I'm your host, Mike.
And I'm Lisa. It's great to be here. How was your weekend, Mike? Did you do anything interesting?
It was fantastic, actually. I spent most of Saturday out on the trails. The weather was perfect for a long hike.
That sounds lovely, you and your hiking. That actually brings us perfectly to our topic for today.
It does. Today, we're going to talk about hobbies, the things we do in our free time for fun and enjoyment, not because we have to.
Exactly. So let's start with the basics. What really makes something a hobby? Is just watching TV a hobby?
That's a good question. I think it can be, but people often talk about active versus passive hobbies.
Right. So passive would be something like consuming content, watching movies, listening to music.
Yeah, and an active hobby is more about creating or doing something, like playing an instrument instead of just listening to music, or hiking instead of, watching a nature documentary.
That makes sense. Both are for enjoyment, but one is more hands-on. So your main hobby is definitely an active one. Tell us more about the hiking.
For sure, I've been doing it for years now. It started as just a way to get some exercise, but now it's much more than that. It's my way to disconnect from screens and stress.
To disconnect.
Yeah, there's something about being in the middle of a forest with no sound but birds and the wind that just resets my brain. And it actually led me to another hobby,
Oh, what's that?
photography. I was seeing all these beautiful landscapes and wanted to capture them. I started with just my phone, but a couple of years ago, I bought a proper camera.
Oh, that's so cool. So now you're not just walking, you're looking for the perfect shot.
Totally. It makes me pay more attention to the details, like the way the light comes through the trees or the texture of a flower. It's a whole new challenge. I'm still learning a lot.
I love how one hobby grew into another. Do you have a favorite photo you've taken? Well, my main hobby is a bit more indoors. I love to bake.
Oh, that's a tough one. It's like picking a favorite child. But there is one shot I'm really proud of. It was early morning on a peak overlooking a valley filled with fog. The sun was just rising and it created these incredible colors. I had to wait for about an hour in the cold for the light to be perfect. Baking? Okay, now you have my full attention. I am a big fan of eating baked goods.
That's the best part, of course, but I really enjoy the process itself. It's very precise. You have to measure everything carefully. It's like a delicious science experiment.
A delicious science experiment. I like that. So, what are you making these days?
My current challenge is sourdough bread. It is so much harder than it looks. Last week, my loaf came out completely flat. It was a disaster.
Oh no, but I bet it was still tasty.
It was okay. We made toast out of it. But it's that challenge that I like. It's so satisfying when it finally works. And when I'm not baking, my other hobby is reading.
A classic. What kind of books are you into?
I read a lot of fiction, mostly mystery novels. I love trying to solve the puzzle before the detective does. It's a great way to escape for a few hours.
That's cool. So it seems like our hobbies serve a similar purpose, even though they are very different. They help us relax and focus on something else.
Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest benefits of having a hobby. It's so good for your mental health. It reduces stress and gives you a sense of accomplishment that's separate from your work life.
Right. Nobody is grading your sourdough bread. You just do it for you.
Exactly. And hobbies can be social too. You can join a book club or a sports team or a board game group. It's an easy way to meet people who like the same things you do.
That's true. I have a few friends I only know through a local hiking group. It's nice to have that connection.
So let's say someone listening wants to find a new hobby, but they don't know where to start. What advice would you give them?
I always suggest thinking back to what you enjoyed as a kid. Did you like to draw, play with Legos, ride your bike? You can often find an adult version of that.
That's a great tip. So if you liked drawing, you could try a painting or a pottery class.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to be a beginner. That's the whole point. Everyone is bad at something when they first start. The important thing is to have fun with the process.
Yes, don't put pressure on yourself to be perfect. Also, hobbies don't have to be expensive. You can borrow books and movies from the library, learn to cook with things you already have, or try something like gardening with just a few small pots.
For sure. The internet is also an amazing resource. You can find free tutorials for almost anything, from learning to knit to playing the guitar or coding a simple website.
The options are endless. You just have to be curious and willing to try something new.
Well, this conversation has definitely made me want to go for a hike. And also, I'm now very hungry for bread.
Maybe my next loaf will be a success and I can share it. Well, I think that's about all the time we have for today.
It is. To all our listeners, we hope this inspires you to think about your own hobbies or maybe even start a new one.
Thanks so much for tuning in to Don't Study English. We'll talk to you next time.
Bye for now.